Hello everybody. I have no idea what happened. My computer came up and it just said, "Aw, snap, something went wrong." So here I am again, back. Hopefully you'll find me and tune in. If you do, please reach out, say hello, let me know you're here. I'm going to try and watch on my phone while I'm recording, and we'll go from there. So I hope I'm live in the right place. I hope I'm on Bird's Nest Designs, and we are going to create a fun card using the Christmas Banners stamp set. So this is the Christmas Banners set, and these are the coordinating Christmas banner dies, okay? They can be found in the mini catalog right here. On page, actually the better view is on page 11. Right here. So this is the Christmas Banner Dies bundle that we're going to be using. Oh, it looks like some of you are finding me back here live. Thank you, thank you. I'm so happy to see you. I don't know what happened, but that off snap error does not make me happy. So we're back, we're gonna stamp. So hello, it looks like I've got Jody and Carol and Sonia back watching, so welcome everybody. And let's get back to the stamping. Okay, hi again, Sonia. All right, so as I mentioned before, the color combinations that we're gonna be using are Garden Green, which I've got opened here already. That's about when the computer crashed. I've got Crumb Cake, I've got Real Red, and I've got Soft Seafoam. So before the video crashed on me, we had created the card base. Let me just do a quick walkthrough. So we've just got the standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored in half at 4 1/4. And we've got the designer series paper that we attached to the front, which is from the Sweetest Christmas, and it was 4 1/4 by 5.5 to completely cover the front of our card. Okay. Now we're back to up to speed and we're ready to go to make this fun card. So I was just about to do some stamping. So I've got this stamp right here, and we're going to use some Garden Green. So we'll just stamp this here. And I'm going to stamp, what I'm going to do is going to create a collage of stamped images in the center of the card, just like that one I showed you that we're going to case. I believe it was on page 11 if I recall. So I'm just stamping this image like that. Now remember what I said, I want to create some stamped images on the inside as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of put some stamps randomly over here as we go. Okay. Now I had another stamp here, this one. So here's the stamp we're going to use next, and we're going to use this one with the nice and subtle Soft Seafoam green. So this is a really nice green to offset if you want something, you know, green but not super dark, and it really complements Garden Green quite well. So I'm going to give that some ink. And again, I'm just random stamping. Okay, so we're making that collage image behind our thing. Now, if you can see that, I kind of goofed when I stamped. So I'm going to try to overstamp it and see what happens. And if it doesn't, then remember there's two sides to every piece of paper. Yeah, I don't like that. We're going to start over. So we're just going to quickly go back. Oh my goodness, tonight is just going to be one of those nights. So thank you for your patience and thank you for joining me so I'm not stamping alone tonight. Okay, we've done those. Now we'll go and we'll stamp this one here. And we'll stamp another one up here. And then I think I'm going to layer another one right off here. Okay, so again, we're just collaging these images, which means that we're just going to stamp a whole bunch of them all together. They can overlap. It doesn't matter. So next I want to use my pine. And I don't think I grabbed that one off of here yet. Oh, no, so that one's sticked right here. So I want to use that stamp. We're done with this one, so I'll just set that off to the side. And we're going to use this one with Garden Green. Okay, and then again we'll just stamp. Oh, I think I stamped that one in the wrong color. Okay, and I think I want one of those on the inside of my card as well. Just kind of, I'm thinking I want like a corner collage in the inside of my card. Okay, so we've got those done. Now there's a little holly leaf I wanted to use. So this guy right here. In their set there's actually 2 of them, but because we're doing a collage type, we just really only need to ink up one. So I'm gonna have it like this. So we have 2. What is happening here? This does not look like the ink is transferring. Okay, it did. All good. I was almost upside down. Okay, so we've got some holly leaves, we've got some pine boughs, some foliage. Now I want to put some holly berries. So there's 2 stamps to this one. So we've got the branch and then we've got the coordinating berries. And when you line them up, they do match. So you're going to watch how that works here. So we're done. Actually, before we close this soft seafoam up, I want to stamp some in here. Okay, now we can close those up. And we'll use this crumb cake. And we'll come in here. So this is the branch for our holly. And I love this red, pop of red. So we're going to put a few of these in here. And I don't know if we'll be able to see it. So I think we'll just, well, we'll try one here. This one may end up getting all covered up with the banner, but it doesn't hurt to put one there just in case. So now we're done with the, no, we're not done with the crumb cake. I definitely want some of these red berries in here. Okay, now we're done with the crumb cake. And we'll use real red for our holly berries. So this one here. Okay, so I'm going to ink it up and I'm just going to turn the paper to make it easy to line up. Just like that. See how easy that is? I love it. I love when they have these so easy like that. And of course it helps when they're photopolymer because you can see exactly where you're stamping. So basically, if you can't see it in the camera, I'm just watching in my stamp until I see the edges of the branches kind of poking through into the berries on my stamp. Okay, so there we have the stamping part of the collage done. So the next thing I'm going to do is set those 2 aside, and I've got that beautiful banner that I talked about. So that one is mounted on my block here. And I've just got a scrap piece of basic white. And we're going to pull out the garden green once again. And we're going to stamp this. Okay, so stamp it right in the middle. Isn't that so pretty? I love how much dimension is in it just by the way the ink gets colored in there. Okay, so I mentioned that we're going to stamp the greeting. So we can mix and match the greeting. So we could do Christmas wishes, Merry Christmas, season's greetings, Happy Christmas, Happy wishes. You could do a bunch of different things on the card. So I think for this one, I'm going to do Christmas wishes. So I just take this plastic off. You'll see that one of these banners is slightly bigger. So if we wanted to do Christmas, I'm going to switch it around here. We're going to do Christmas. and wishes. Now, if you wanted to do Merry Christmas, you would flip it around so that the shorter one had the Merry and the longer one had Christmas. So it's nice that you can alter the banner and make it work for whatever you want. So actually, now that I said that, I think I want to switch it. And I think I want to make it say Merry Christmas. Now I'm setting the stamps right on the banner how I want them to go, just like that. And then I've got another block here, okay, and I'm just going to set it right on top. And I'm going to pick those stamps up the way they were set, and then when I stamp it down, they're going to be exactly where I want them. So I'm going to stamp the words in real red. And just get stamped like this. See how easy that is? Okay, so that's a little trick to put those stamps down where you want them and then pick them up on the block. Of course, you could do 2 blocks and you could do each one. They're clear, so it's fairly easy, but I just like that one, especially if you're doing multiples, because then it's set and ready to go. Okay, we have to die cut this out now. So in our Christmas banners dies, you can see right here we've got the banner we're looking for. But all of those images we stamped earlier to make this collage, you can cut all of those out too if you wanted. So there's lots and lots of options with this bundle. Okay. So this is going to line up. I got it backwards. This is going to line up. Just like that. See how easy that is to line up? There's no tricks to it. Just make sure you've got it the right way. We're going to take a Post-it note. Stick that right across. Make sure it's stuck down nice. And then we'll bring in my mini boss machine. Because it's a framelit, I'm going to need my first plate, my number 2 cutting plate, and my number 2 top plate. Okay, and of course, that moved. Okay. We're going to feed that through. Set that off to the side. I love that mini boss. It makes it so easy. It's so light to move off and on my desk. Okay, and you can see how perfectly that banner is cut out. Okay. Now let's assemble our card. So here is our collage, and I want to add some ribbon in behind. So I've got my tear tape. I'm going to need my paper snips, and this is a ribbon that comes in the collection. So what I want to do is I'm going to have it kind of like folded. So I kind of want the ribbon to be sort of like folded there, and back, and back. So something similar to this, only a little prettier, okay? So I'm going to need about that much ribbon. So let's just go ahead and chop that off. And this is where the tear tape comes in handy, because I like that it's adhesive on both sides, but only one at a time, right? So when I first take it off, it is adhesive there. Now we know the banner is going to go across the middle like so. So I can attach this in the middle where the banner is going to cover it, okay? So I'm just holding that in place. I'm going to hold this one in place. I'm going to get another piece of tear tape. Now the idea is we want to hide the tear tape, right? So we don't want to have great big, huge pieces, just enough to hold that ribbon in place. Okay. And then we'll kind of come off of it like so. Okay, so now one more piece. And it doesn't even have to touch the paper at this point. So at this point, it could just be touching the other pieces of ribbon. It's not going to go anywhere. because once we get that banner attached on top, we'll be good to go. Okay, so there's kind of our ribbon in behind, just to give it some nice texture, a different kind of focus point. So then that's going to get attached right over top like so. We're going to make sure, now if for some reason, like I did here, your tear tape shows, just kind of manipulate it up like that. It's not the end of the world, okay? We're just going to kind of, and for this one here, we can snip it right off. Okay, so now let's get some dimensionals. And we're going to put dimensionals all along the back of our banner. Peel those backings off. And then we'll place this on here. Now I'm going to be mindful that I'm going to cover up that tape that I put down. Anything that isn't covered, we'll deal with. Okay, I'll give that a good push down like so. I like how it's got the loops here, so I'm not concerned that that's not laying flat. I'm going to trim this one off a little bit. And then you can see a little bit of my tear tape. So I'm just going to trim that off like so. Okay, now put that onto our card base. We're going to center this in the middle of the card. Okay, now we could call that done, but there's no bling, there's no sparkle. And for Christmas cards especially, they either have to be super adorable or they have to have sparkle. So this one's a pretty card, but it needs some sparkle. So we're going to go ahead and I've got just some 1/4 inch by 4 3/4 pieces of red glimmer paper here. Okay, so we're just going to center that over the top like so. And then I've got another one, same measurement. And we're going to put that one on the bottom. Okay, so just put that there. Kind of eyeballing that the top and the bottom are lined up. Now I just noticed that my leaves look like they're floating. So I'm just going to lift that whole banner up a bit. And go to the bottom of my holly so that it's covering up those floating leaves. Okay, so there is the front of our card complete. And then I can add in the insert. Like that. And we have a completed card. So there we have it. Now we've cased this card, like I said, from the catalog. So the card that I cased it from was right here. So you can see it's similar, but I chose to darken up the background to make this pop more and tie it in with this ribbon. So that's how you can create a really pretty card just using stamping, some designer paper. There's not a whole bunch of die cutting or anything super fancy, just a really cute, pretty, simple card. So I want to thank you all for popping back in today and finding me on the second attempt at our live video tonight. Facebook has not been my friend lately in trying to get these videos done, so I think I may be investigating other ways to go live and share some crafting with you. But in the meantime, I'm glad you found me, and thank you so much. If you missed the first part of the video, I have no idea if it's going to post or not, but I was talking about my Santa Express card class, my Fun Fold, which is, registration is open until Sunday at 6 p.m. So I will be traveling to Vancouver this weekend. When I get back, I'll be getting all those cards prepped, ready to send out to everybody, and local people. If you want to do the card class, it'll be November 24th here at my place. So message me, email me, text me, whatever you need to do to get a hold of me to find out more about that awesome class. Okay, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful remainder of the week, and hopefully you'll fit in some stamping time, and I will chat with you all real soon. Cheers.